Don't touch your knob.
But it almost lubricates the meat. I know what happens when you lube that meat. It's easier to put in your mouth.
Yikes.
In Burnaby, get this, Jason. A stalled tanker truck. Northbound on Gallardi, right near Lougheed Highway.
That's your hood.
It's in the outside left turn lane, so be careful. And also be aware, traffic is backing up all the way to Caribou.
All the way to Caribou.
Friendly reminder. Boyd
That's in the interior, isn't it?
Don't cut me off. Boyd, I'm on a roll here. I'm on a traffic roll.
You should throw that into your demo reel.
Coming up, gas prices around the lower mainland. What are they?
They're high.
It cost me $90 to fill up my tank on Sunday.
Really?
$90.
Cost me $130.
It's
101 this morning.
Is
Really?
it not? Is this too? This is the most populous thing you can do. On Vancouver.
$90 is nothing, by the way.
It is. That's
Sorry,
$90.
nothing.
It's $90.
$130.
I miss being able to go down to Blaine and gassing up for 60.
No, I know.
We
You
used
should
to
try it. Just go for it.
We used
Yeah,
to.
sure.
We used to
Just
do
go
this.
for it. It's essential. Just drive as fast as you can right at the border. What are they going to do? Stop you?
You could just be naive to the whole thing. Like, what? It's closed.
This is essential. Have you seen gas prices in Vancouver?
You could play that joke.
Blaine is in America? Since
Ah.
when?
We used to do this all the time when we were on 1040 and we wanted to get more texts in. We'd just be like, text us gas prices from where you're at. And then there'd be a million of them right away. 173 in Abbotsford. Oh. And then you get like the sad face emoji.
It's a text line fluffer, is what it is.
Yeah, it's perfect, right? You get a little fluff in there. It's perfect.
173 in Abbotsford.
For the morning is brought to you by Able Auctions. If you have business assets to sell, don't delay. Email sales@ableauctions.ca. Hey, that rhymes. Traffic's still not working. Don't worry though. Traffic Mike is here. That's my new nickname. Traffic Mike. You'll refer to me as such for the remainder of the program.
Okay, traffic, Mike.
There we go. Tough times in Langley to start your commute this morning. There was a crash westbound on Highway 1, west of 264th Street on the right shoulder. And the congestion is starting. You know why, Jason? They're calling it a visual distraction. That means where people do the looky-loo at the accident. They don't focus on the road. Don't do that. The accident's the accident. You're on your commute. Eyes on the road. Don't be distracted by the visual. Drive ahead. Be safe in Langley.
There is a naked woman in there, though.
Oh, why would you say that? That's not what we need right now. We need people to look straight ahead and go past the accident at 264 in Langley and on their way on their morning commute. People are in the midst of their morning commutes. How was that, Dom?
Pretty good. Now do the read.
Oh, you mean the Boyd auto body read?
You keep your mind on the money, keeping your eyes on the wall.
You're my private drancer, drancer for money.
Do what you want me to do. I'm your
Private drancer.
a dancer for money, and any old music will do.
Halford Brough, Sportsnet 650. Thomas Drance is going to join us in a second here. Did you golf this weekend? It was nice weather.
Yeah, it was amazing. Well, I golfed on Friday.
Ooh, where'd you play?
Fraserview. It was horrible.
Okay. And Dom, you went to the beach this weekend.
Yeah, down to Crescent.
Yeah.
Couple of high energy guys here. Did you golf?
Yeah, I was bad.
Did you go to the beach?
Yeah, I did. I did go to the beach. Well, just because you've got energy, you should carry the show.
Oh,
then.
I'm sorry.
You just carry the show then.
What a jagoff showing off with energy.
No mean feat, my goodness. Anyway,
Screw him for trying.
I'm trying. I had a good rant earlier in the show. Canucks are getting me down.
Yeah, but there's other things going on. Gas prices.
Yeah,
traffic,
those are getting me down as well.
gas prices, traffic. Dom, what beach?
Yeah.
What beach did you go to? Eeyore?
Crescent.
Nice.
Did you do disco golf cart?
Yeah, I just did it. Get pulled together. Dom said he got 3 hours.
The Drancer hitting all the innuendo interview was exactly what we needed after the weekend in the local
no
sports
mean
market.
feat, my goodness. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's the other one that was the
maybe
killer.
Canucks could have got it done if they come really hot, really fast.
Good Lord.
Yeah. We need to laugh. And then he just completely got so rattled that He couldn't even get through the rest of the interview.
Hold on. When you lube that meat? It's easier to put in your mouth.
Yikes.
See, there was a bit of intent there when I said that. I kind of knew where I was going with the lubricated meat line. Can I hear the one about the Canucks coming hot and fast?
You know, maybe the Canucks could have got it done if they'd come really hot, really fast.
How? How does that sequence of words pop into one's mind without even the slightest acknowledgement of what he said?
No, he did acknowledge it, didn't he?
Not until way later.
There was like 3 or 4 of them. He just kept on going. It was brilliant.
It was.
It wasn't intentional, though. Trey and Victoria, what we learned, the Nikita Triumkin saga is over.
Confirmed through the Canucks that they will not carry over the Comets nickname and instead go with something new. So Dom,
we got an opportunity for some texts
yeah,
from the listeners into the Dunbar Lumber text line 650. Come up with names for Abbotsford's
Dom's
AHL team. Please do not make them too serious.
Yes.
I have inside sources from the cornfields of Abbotsford.
Yes.
And from what I'm told, this new AHL club will be called The Farm.
The singular.
The Abbotsford
I'm
Farm.
interested. Singular.
The Abbotsford Farm?
Yeah.
What a great name.
And
sounds
the
like a prison.
The logo will be, well, it is Abbotsford. They do have one out there.
Ooh.
Isn't there a prison that's named the Farm?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not all that familiar with prison.
Yeah, exactly.
slang.
You don't like watching prison shows on like A&E and that sort of thing?
This is taking a turn.
Okay, anyway, keep going. Keep going.
Keep it on the rails.
So the AHL club will be named the Abbotsford Farm.
Yep.
Another one of those singular team names.
The Wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heat. That was there
Yeah.
beforehand. You got to carry on the tradition.
I like where you're going with this.
And the Abbotsford Center, which is a nice little barn, will be affectionately named The Barn for
Nice.
The Farm.
I don't know what the logo is going to look like.
It's going to be a tractor. A mean-looking tractor.
I do like the idea of honoring Abbotsford's rich agricultural history.
Sure.
By referring to them as the farm. And where do you get your players from?
The Farm.
Where are you calling them up from?
The Farm.
See? Early clubhouse leader. The Farm. I like it. Okay, anyway.
The Farm, Angola, USA, is a 1998 award-winning documentary set in the notorious and largest American maximum security prison, Louisiana State Penitentiary.
That doesn't matter.
In Angola.
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
Fieldhouse Brewing is out there.
Yes, they do have some very, very good breweries in Abbotsford. Two-time caller Brian. Here's one that's off the charts a little bit. He says, I could show you where Sumas Lake was before it was drained. Not sure why I'd want to see that. Brian goes on to add, there is still a pump to this day that if it failed would fill Sumas Lake within 48 hours and some 3,500 homes would be lost. Brian, I don't think you're understanding the idea of a draw. I don't know if your tragic tale of death and destruction is exactly what we're looking for from Abbotsford's tourism department.
Sounds like an insurance ploy.
Would you guys like to see where thousands of lives would be ruined?
yeah, come to Abbotsford and live on the edge.
That's right.
Literally the edge.
Someone just texted in Abbotsford is Little Mexico. Yes, I've heard that. Well, with its one taco shop.
Mike in Aldergrove texts in, my dentist is in Abbotsford, so there's that.
Yeah,
See Mike in Aldergrove's
Who
dentist.
goes out
They
to
don't have
Abbotsford for dental work?
people
Someone
who
that
live in
lives in
Aldergrove. You don't trust the dentist there.
That's right.
Is that a chainsaw?
That's right.
Oh my god.
My dentist is in an empty parking lot.
Oh, it's one of those.
I remember reading about someone that was running like a
Non-licensed
Yeah,
practitioner,
yeah. And then I guess
Hey, if he does good work.
and if you need to get your teeth and your pet's teeth cleaned at the same time, go to our unlicensed dentist. Okay, we got a lot more to get to on this program. We need to focus.
Duncan the chef, what we learned, Benning's tenure reminds me of when Costanza cannot get fired by Steinbrenner.
Yeah, that we played that earlier.
We went
I know.
through that, yeah.
Oh, no, I know. I want to read it again.
It
is.
So when Mike does it, you know, he's wrong and he's not listening. But when you do it, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I know they. I'm just reading them. Can you stay out of it? Another thing Kletch did was, just stay out of things. He knew when to be quiet.
One of the underrated parts of this show is we're now like a month into it, is the simmering rivalry between Dom and Brough, where it's like neither of them really wants to say how they truly feel, but I know eventually both will, and it's going to be great.
What are you talking about? I'm more than willing to say how I
You're
feel.
good. No, yeah, but you do it in a very sort of like muted, like understated way. Like you
Is it that understated?
Yeah, it is.
I
It's
literally
understated?
said I miss the old producer.
Yeah, but
How is that understated?
it's more the delivery, right? Like he doesn't go like Mount Brough on you.
Right.
There's no explosion. There's no lava.
There's some passive aggressiveness in
He's
there.
not shooting lava on you.
Right. Yeah. There's some hyper aggressiveness and passive aggressiveness in there.
Yes.
I bring
exactly
both kinds of aggressiveness.
true.
Maybe the Canucks could have got it done if they'd come really hot, really fast.
Best thing he's ever said on the air. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll read more what we learned. Difficult sometimes because Brough will be like, we're meeting at 8:30. I'm like, no, Mike's meeting at 8:30. We're going to show up at 9 like we normally do.
We are pretty punctual. Like we're not
I pride myself on being
we're not good people necessarily, but we are punctual.
You know what I've started?
That's what they'll say at my funeral.
Yeah.
Well, Brough, I'm trying to think of some good things to say about him, but the guy, he was always on time.
At your eulogy, they're talking.
He was always on time.
He had good hygiene.
Yeah.
Will you be late for your funeral?
He would, yeah, that's what they say. Look, he's right there. He was here on time.
Very prompt. First guy in the door. Had the best seat in the house. You know what? I know Karen's on the line for crossover. You know what I've realized, and I hate myself for doing this. I've become super flaky. Anyway, let's go now to crossover, where we know the name of the next person coming on the air. It is Karen Sermon, along with Scott Rintu, will be joining us in just a few minutes here. Good morning, Karen.
Hey guys, good morning. I was thinking, Mike, I'm like, what can you bail on? Like, what even reason can you have now? It's not like we can do anything.
That's a great example. Like nothing. I have no excuse
There's
for
really
them.
nothing to do.
That's the worst thing is like, you have no excuses. Well, why can't you go on the podcast?
You know what I do is I send back the thumbs up emoji when they ask. They're like, why can't you do it? And I'm like, thumbs up. And then that's the end of the conversation.
terrible.
I don't know. Like I have nothing.
The
nothing
shrug
to-
emoji.
Nothing to offer. Sometimes I'll send the chef's kiss to really confuse them. And they'll be like, what? What does that have to do with not coming on the podcast? I don't know why. I wish I had a better answer and I wish I had some priorities that took place, but none of them.
You can just blame the pandemic. You're languishing
Yeah,
a little
you
bit.
can.
You're languishing in the pandemic. You don't have a lot of get up and go anymore.
Is there a pandemic emoji I could somehow send across channels? That would be
Just that, yeah, just the emoji with like the mask over the face.
Oh,
I'm
right.
sick.
Yeah, the green face that's barfing. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry that we've run so short a time here, Karen. Who knows? We got a lot to get into on this
Yeah.
program, though.
We'll get to more Jack Rathbone talk later.
J-Bone. We're going to do that after Jeff Merrick. We're going to do some boning after Jeff Merrick.
Okay.
That'll be, it's perfect, really. I have to tell you, we finally think we got it nailed down. It's a little earlier than usual, but we're excited. John Shorthouse joins us now on the Halford Brough Show on Sportsnet 650. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Why are you guys calling me this early? What is that?
Cheech?
Yes.
Dom?
This is
You guys
John.
are so efficient. Is that just how this show works?
What? Dom?
Dom?
Why is this John Garrett and not
Shorty
John-
gave
How
me
did
this. Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
no.
Shorty
Sorry,
gave
Cheech.
me this number.
Wait. Shorty
Hold
gave you
on.
a different number to call.
He said this was his landline.
And when John Garrett answered the phone,
I just said hi, John, and Cheech said hi back. I figured it was Shorty. It's early. He may sound different.
Hi, Cheech. How are you, bud?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I love this. And I'm dating myself, but you guys don't have a Rolodex someplace?
We don't.
no, we
None
don't.
of us have John Shorthouse's personal line. Apparently, we only have
Yeah.
some sort of random landline, which apparently
Yeah.
This is your number.
you
This is great.
yeah,
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, do you want to talk some hockey, Cheech?
Let's do this, Cheech.
Why not? You woke me up.
Dom, you're in so much trouble.
Yeah, you're dead, man, Dom.
But we have to maintain our composure here. Cheech, we're talking about some pending unrestricted free agents.
I lived with 3 ball players for the summer. And one was from Iowa, one was from South Carolina, one was from Louisiana. They thought that kokanee was the greatest beer, possibly the greatest invention known to man, because it had the light, crispy wateriness of an American beer, but the alcohol content to get them where they wanted to go. The boys were loving it that summer.
Did you have a beer that you drank, like all your buddies drank? Oh, wait a minute. Should I even ask this? In high school?
Why can you not ask
Yeah,
that?
why couldn't you ask that?
Well, I don't know. It's underage drinking.
No one's going to go back and arrest you.
No, I know, but we're role models.
Right.
Okay, did you? Because kokanee was ours, so
Yep, kokanee
it was, but it was like the only one. And if you showed up with anything else, it was weird.
I distinctly remember drinking a lot of Shaftesbury in my high school years.
I see.
That one came out a few times.
Really?
Yeah. It was,
Is that a heavy one, or is that a cream ale?
the taste and content didn't necessarily matter as opposed to the price, which was very affordable at that time.
You would have thought that we were sponsored by kokanee.
Right. Do you remember Mad Dog?
Yeah, it's a Mad Dog
Or was it
shirt.
Red Dog?
Red Dog.
Red
Red
Dog.
Dog.
Red Dog.
That's
We
some Red
should-
Dog shirts.
Ask Joe Leary what he drank in high school. Hi, Joe. Jess here for the Beer Radio. We're excited to have this reunion here on Sportsnet 650. How are you?
I'm good, guys. It's nice to hear you guys again. Congrats, by the way.
We're going to go to break now so that we can have a big, long Ask Us
Why are you
Anything
laughing,
segment.
Jason?
I'm laughing because everyone is texting into the Dunbar Lumber text line with the beers they drank in high school.
Right. What beer did you drink in high school? Or were
Old
you
Mill.
keto already? Old Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
A good choice. See, here's the thing. When I was a kid, as I say, when I was in my the infancy of buying beer,
formative drinking years
Old Mill wasn't around.
when you were 11.
Yeah, right. Old Mill wasn't around, so it was nice that you got to try.
Well, it was in the States though.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like PBR wasn't available. I know that would have been right up there.
I like this one from Bobby.
We
in
can dive
Vancouver.
into this after the break. too.
You can turn off your microphone.
You go to hell, Dom Schmatty.
Bobby in Vancouver. Good morning, Schooner was my go-to in high school. 82 to 87.
I think that text
That
was
was
sent by Don Taylor, if I'm not mistaken.
I bet
heard him
those.
reference Schooner before.
I bet those were in the stubby bottles too.
Yeah.
Bobby in Vancouver.
Mickey's in a stubby bottle. We also drank a bunch of those back in the day. They were good.
Mickey's?
Yep.
What's that?
It's a type of beer, stubby green bottle. You can still get them
Never
now.
heard of that.
It's not very good. I wouldn't recommend trying it now.
I like this one. I went to the same high school as Brough. Confirmed kokanee was the go-to.
Yep.
But I remember a weird O'Keefe Extra Old Stock period.
Nice.
That was akin to the Canucks Jimmy Vesey experiment.
Your dad drank it. Your grandpa drank it. It's Canada's beer, extra old stuff.
My dad was Labatt Blue.
Yep, that's another one.
Yeah.
We're loving what we're seeing, Dom.
I remember taking a six-pack and him not noticing. That was a big win for me.
Of Labatt's Blue.
Yeah, Labatt Blue.
It's gonna get you where you want to go every time. Lots more to get to on the program. Halford Brough, Sportsnet 650. The listeners, something. What was your high school or college beer of choice? And everyone knows exactly what we're talking about. This is the introduction to beer, your formative drinking years, also almost exclusively on a budget.
But
Unless
also
you were one
I-
of them rich kids.
But also, I think
You didn't know any better.
No,
There was a
you would all
naivete.
you would all gravitate to the same brand, whatever brand that was, just to fit in.
Right.
Oh,
Like
I've got
no,
these two.
you good point, because no one was going off the board and getting like a gooseberry gosa or anything. Like, it
Guys,
wasn't.
have you tried this? It's so hoppy.
Craft beer wasn't a thing.
Yeah, like it existed.
Beer drinkers back in the day were not the insufferable bunch that they are
It's
now.
true.
Could you imagine like an insufferable craft beer drinker in high school?
No,
Yeah.
I could not. Now, guys, if you'll notice, it's got floral notes in the back.
Who gives a damn?
Yeah.
Probably another.
It's like we're drinking at an elementary school under a jungle gym. I don't care about the hops.
There were a lot of Wildcat strong drinkers that are listening to the Halford and Brough show. That was bang for your buck, though.
My
right?
answer is going to be the same. It gets you where you want to go. The boys are loving it. It gets you where you,
You know
want
what
to
the
go. That's mostly-
wateriest budget beer was back in the day? Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock, yeah.
That's an American beer. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
It had a brief. Some of these beers had like brief forays into Canada. What was the Brazilian one? Maca Bavaria.
Yeah,
Do you remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
one? And
I don't remember that at all.
it was basically a Corona in a different bottle, but everyone had them for one summer. Like they were very popular.
It's Corona season. Soon.
It is
Summer.
It is
It's a summer. That's a summer beer.
Have you seen the Coronitas, the little Coronas?
Yeah.
Who
those
hasn't?
are good.
Who hasn't bought those by accident and showed up to a party?
Come on!
Oh, man. I'm gonna need to borrow some of your beers, bud. I'm out of Coronitas.
The baby carrots of beer.
That's what they are.
Why are they so cheap?
Oh, that's why. A lot of people weighing in with Moosehead. Moosehead, an extremely popular one, but I also felt like that was
a bit uppity.
and that was
Whoa.
It was.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah, it was because it was more upscale
Are
than
we sure?
your
I don't
Kokanees
think it
and
was.
I think Moosehead's allure was the East Coast, right? It was
Yeah.
the beer of the Maritimes.
maybe that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, a couple people have said Foster's. I remember when Foster's came onto the scene and people were treating it like a craft and or import beer
That's the one you have to drink warm, right?
until they tried it.
Was that when we had North America as a collective society had this fascination with Australia?
Yeah, the short-lived
Because of Crocodile Dundee,
and to
pretty
a lesser degree Yahoo Serious.
much lesser degree.
Yeah, but we had a brief flirtation with Australia as being interesting.
Yeah.
And then we went back to realizing that it wasn't.
I don't know if you
Whistler.
guys.
And then they all went to Whistler to work at a bar and dig a half pipe. Don't touch your knob, but it almost lubricates the meat. I know what happens when you lube that meat. It's easier to put in your mouth.
Yikes.
We're going to do some boning.
Okay, I'm going to stop talking now.